Hey guys, Joe Stroud here, intentional dating coach for men and social skills expert, coming to you from Bali. And yesterday I approached a model. So yeah, it's true. I actually saw her originally on last Friday. Yesterday was Monday. I saw her at one cafe here in Bali, and I saw her there. I was kind of tired, not really feeling 100%, and I had some work to do, and I got into a good flow on Friday. And she also had some friends with her. And in a coffee shop setting, I'm used to approaching girls that are just by themselves. So I can just go up and she's not really in the middle of anything. So this was a little extra edgy for me to go for it. So anyway, I saw her there on Friday and I didn't go for it because my priorities are actually different. I've gotten to the point where I don't have to go approach every single girl I see because I've got other stuff going on that are more important. And maybe with enough time you can get here too. But anyway, I was like, nah, I'm gonna work. So then yesterday, I see her again at a different coffee shop. When I first sat down, she actually looked over and, well, she didn't wave, but she smiled. She was like, hi, and then went back. But it wasn't, I was getting no more eye contact after that. Her and her friend were chatting and working on stuff. So I sat there working, had my coffee and stuck around a little bit longer. And then I just got up and went over and said, hey, I saw you over here and I just wanted to come say hello. She was like, hi, and I was just like, yeah, what are you working on? She was like, oh, working on some content stuff with my friend. What about you? And I was like, yeah, me too. Well, same. And I was just telling her about some new strategies and stuff I was going for. But bottom line is, she entertained the approach. Most women will do this. They will entertain it. And what I mean by that is they will allow you to talk to them. They're not just going to immediately get out of my face. If they're in public and they're walking, they could easily walk away or just quickly turn and you get the idea. But she's sitting. So in a normal scenario, I would ask if I can, join her, sit next to her, if I feel that she's warmed up. Or even at night, if a woman is sitting at a table, you can just go over and make sure it's okay that you sit before you sit, because it's kind of rude if you don't, because you're kind of intruding her space. So anyway, I went over and talked to her, and she was being nice. She was talking to me. And then, let's see, but she, kind of, but not super excited, not yeah, not one of those, not warm and, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So it was warm enough to talk, but not warm as in I feel a spark. So I was just like, hey, I was just leaving, but I wanted to come over and say, hey, we should stay connected. Do you have WhatsApp? And she said, she actually paused and she kind of looked around and she was like, well, I have Instagram, which of course she has WhatsApp, but she deferred to the Instagram. I was like, okay, cool. So I got the Instagram and I check it and she's a model. By all means, she was one of the hotter girls I've approached in a while, but I didn't get that kind of vibe from her. I just thought she was just an elegant, well put together woman. I didn't see a stuck-up vibe from her, not really. So this is going to bring me to another point here at the end of, sometimes you want to go for the diamond in the rough. But anyway, I saw that she was a model. At first, I'm like, whoa. Okay, she's hot, hot pictures, exactly, cool. But at the same time, I was just kind of oh, not an as in I could never get that, but an as in okay, she's one of those girls. Meaning, she's getting attention from guys all over the internet. She, normally for most women, if you approach them in real life, you stand out because you approached her. You didn't hide behind your screen. You're not just meeting on apps. And a lot of girls like this. But a hot girl like her, she's got plenty of options that she can choose from at any given time at this period in her life. Fast forward 5-10 years for her, and I don't know her age, but it's not going to be like that for her forever. So this is where a lot of women kind of need to be more aware of the time they have if they're really pursuing a career or want to put themselves out half naked online. I just kind of knew when I saw her profile because I'm like, okay, I've talked to girls like you before. And who knows, maybe she has a boyfriend. Maybe she's got a few guys in the work that she's talking to that she's been seeing. I don't know. There's a million things. Or she maybe just doesn't care. Who knows? Maybe she just wasn't interested. So I messaged her later that day. I said, hey, nice meeting you earlier. And this is now the next day, and she has still not opened the message. So the bigger point here is, one, just go for it anyway. Usually the hotter she is, the more intimidating it can be. Every guy is going to have some little moment of, but then you go for it. This approach anxiety actually comes from, biological reasons. We, back in the days of kings and queens and nobility and this and that, you approach the wrong girl, you could lose your head. you could get your head chopped off, or you could die. Or her man could be nearby and you don't know it, and then bam, back when people just killed each other more often. So there's like a biological wiring for some of that, but that doesn't give you an excuse. You still have to turn that approach anxiety into approach excitement, because your heart rate is going to speed up just a little, especially if it's in the daytime. So anyway, yeah, but it's like, as soon as I saw the model page thing, I just didn't get my hopes up. So yeah, sent the message. Now I'm probably going to unfollow her. She's got like 12,000 followers and then like only following 500 people. So you get the idea. But even with that, just seeing the ratio, that doesn't mean, I've got plenty of girls who have not followed me back in the past, but they've talked to me and met up with me. So it didn't matter. You don't always have to worry if she followed you back. But anyway, bottom line is go for it. Number two is the modern reality that we live in. A lot of these modern women have lots of access to lots of men in real life and especially on the internet. So, there's a lot of entitled women with that, for that, because they can be very selective when they're young, but that changes as time goes on. So, also, number three, for me, it was still an opportunity to sharpen my sword, to go after what I wanted, to practice the questions that I ask her and the interaction and the kind of playing ping pong, hitting it back and forth from me to her of what I have to say and thinking of things to say on the spot. Because when you open a woman, sure, the first thing you're going to say, maybe the second thing too, but the fifth and the 10th thing, you don't know. You never know. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust that you're going to come up with the right things to say. And that's the bottom line. So it was an opportunity for me to sharpen the sword. And now my confidence is higher, 1,000%. I feel good. I feel proud of myself that I went for it. And now I feel primed to go for 5 more today or this week if I actually wanted to. So another thing, sometimes you don't actually want the 10. You just don't. It's a unicorn, and she knows she's that hot, so she can use it. So even if she went on some dates with her, she's just gonna be kind of like disinterested because she's been wined and dined and flown out to places and things like that. Especially if she's an IG model, and she had the full package and everything. So yeah, it's just like it just wasn't enough, and that's okay. That's okay, because she's seen it all. So sometimes you want to find that diamond in the rough, that girl working in the coffee shop, that's like working in the coffee shop, or just like a humble woman who's cute and that you can lead through life. And this is going to lead to much more polarity in the relationship, where you're the leader, she's the follower, and she still plays a part in the relationship and how things go, but you are fundamentally leading, and she's following you. She's joining your life. So anyway, I hope this helped. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this of approaches that I do, or what you got most out of this video. Comment below, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for being here.